Good morning, folks. All right. So this is Wednesday, July 23rd. I think I prefer to go live. Maybe every Wednesday. I make the effort to go live on Wednesdays. See what price action pans out. Seems like Wednesdays, Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe Thursday is probably the best day to trade, especially during New York Open or during New York Open or long session. So this is where we are right now. I went long on the key level, which was, I believe, was the mean threshold of July 20. No, let me check. Yeah, I think it was for the previous 3 days. So that's it's kind of like which in the middle. Yep, that is July 17. So if you look at if you look on the daily chart, let me get on the daily chart real quick. You'll see the level I'm talking about. Come on. Yeah, 23 and 165 was a key level. It's the middle of that candle here. And as you can see, I mean, I know there's a lot going on here. As you can see, price try to reach there, price try to make another attempt, then went lower down here again multiple times yesterday, and then now it's reaching that point again. Um, when it comes to scalping and trading, most of the time, especially if price has been trying to press higher and fail to go higher, and then you have this level where it keep touching it, more than likely what would happen, it will bounce on here, go back up maybe half of here, as you can see, and then keep going lower. I'm anticipating for price to go lower, but we'll wait until after 10 a.m. We can see. But in the meantime, I was able to grab a nice little chunk here, right? So I was able, with 5 micros, I was able to make $129. Hey, you can say it's not a lot, whatever. Money is money. The thing is, you need to start focusing on the process rather than, oh, how much money did you make? Can you rack it up to $1 million? Yeah, eventually one day you'll get there. It'll take years. So, and I've been studying trading for the since 2022. So it's been about 2 years now. I feel like I get a fairly good understanding of what level it will reach, how it's going to reach it. The when, it's always, the mystery for me. But I know at some point I will know exactly when. I'm getting close. I'm getting close, but it's still not there yet. But, we have the key times, right? You got 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, 9, and then you have 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11:30, noon, 1:30, and then you have 2:50, 3:15, 3:30, 3:50. So we have kind of like know the key times where things may start spurting around and start moving around and shaking around. But you gotta wait and see until you reach that key level to start seeing those reactions. So I kind of have an idea, but it's still an exploring phase. So what we're looking right now is obviously the daily candle, and as I said, it will bounce back up a little bit and then drop below that price. And once it starts dropping, I'm anticipating that it will get into the halfway of this and hopefully on the top of this. I think yesterday reached the top of these candles here. That was the lowest low. 23,106, I believe, was the lowest low yesterday. Or 107. Close enough. Um, so after 10 a.m., which is in about 5 minutes, we'll wait and see how it reacts. So if it sweeps below this low and do not touch this relative equal high here, it may turn around and go back up. But from what I'm seeing and what's going on around the world and I think it's going lower. Let's just drop down to. All right, let's go to the weekly real quick. Yep. Touched that weekly yesterday. If it's going lower, yeah, I'm anticipating somewhere around here. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop that there. So I'll know. Alright, so for the weekly, uh, more than likely what you may see, you have a high made on Monday, and then you have the low will probably happen maybe later on today or Thursday, and it may start going back up again. All right, so that's the weekly play here. Yeah, it's kind of like this is how you kind of need to anticipate these things and how they work, right? So if you look at all these weekly candles, yeah, let's take a look at some of them. So if you are here, they're all bullish. What you see when they're dropping throughout the week, it did not get most of them did not get below each other. So they just kind of like drop all the way toward the end or toward the half. And some of them may drop a little bit below, but once it starts dropping like below this, when you have your new wick open, pop back up. Right. So that's what I've been seeing most of the time with those weekly scenarios, unless you have those different scenarios. But it needs to get to a target really quickly, and then they'll just skip, and there'll be like multiple gaps here. And it'll be same thing when it's trying to go lower. The candle goes down, open here, go up a little bit, not even half of that, drop, open, not even a chance, keep on dropping. Same here, open, clear this high here, and then severe drop, and then reverse. Okay. All right, so let's drop into a 1 minute chart. See how we do. Yeah, again, see how it's reacting. So come back up here. Um, what if it was going to be bullish? What I would expect is a very strong reaction. It'll just drop here, go all the way up. I should have never been stopped out. Right here. So I got stopped out here. So you should have just keep on going. But because of the fact that a drop stopped me out, failed to go higher, failed to go higher, failed to go higher, failed to go higher, it's gonna keep on dropping. So what do I get in? I will get in right about here. More than likely I will miss it. It'll probably go and leave without me, but that's okay. It did not. What do you know? Let's see if I can grab 20 points real quick. So you may look at it, okay, how far lower it's going to go. I'm anticipating that it's gonna go that far low. And obviously you're always gonna have these reactions. Uh, let's put it on top of it. Let's put the stop loss here. I think I could add one more here. Can we see that it turns around here? Um, yeah, I'll have to see proof and evidence that it wants to turn around and go back up. It can, but more than likely, if it will, it will be sudden. Like it'll just punch through here, punch through here, and punch through my stops, and I will have no chance to get out. Like if it were to go back up strongly, there have to be something major going on around the world or a major news event. Um, so that's that. So reason why I don't believe it will go higher is because it's been punching higher. Pick out each sell stop every time you get every chance you got. What's left down here? The only problem is I don't know how far back it's going to retrace. And that has been my weakness. Like, don't know how I can anticipate how far back up it will retrace. Sometimes I get it right. Most of the time I don't. So every trader has their weakness. It's just that over time you need to either reduce or eliminate those weaknesses, right? So that's the goal. The amount of psychological trick the market play on you, it's impressive, I would say. Like if you don't have a lot of strong conviction about your position and defending it, or always trying to trick you into doing something at first. That's why they always say you have to have a plan. You have to know exactly how you're going to get in, when you need to go to get in, where it needs to go. That is the plan. My plan here is that I'm anticipating to go lower. All this back and forth here, you just got to sit around and wait. And it's nerve wracking if you're not used to it. Right? So, um, again, the plan is if it goes high up enough, I'm going to grab some more. But if it doesn't go any lower over the next few minutes, more than likely I'm going to have to slightly modify the plan in my favor. What do I mean? If it keeps dropping and it doesn't drop lower, the first thing I'm going to do is take that out, right? And then the next thing I will be doing if it keeps going higher and higher is instead of grabbing my partial here, I'll probably move up and grab an extra partial, trying to reduce my risk because I'm not very certain. So there you go. I'm expecting that. I was expecting that, and then expecting to go lower a lot quicker. So that's that. So, but now at this point, if it really keeps going back up, what I'm going to do is probably drop the stops right here, right now, because things can get dicey. Again, all these things are roadmap, and you'll make sure you have to manage the trade and all that. See that? So that's what we're getting now. You get a nice little pop lower, not low enough for to grab my stop, but now it's going back up. It's all about how much money you need to keep. There's no need for ego and try to control it or anything like that. It's all about how much money you can make and how much you need to grab and reduce your risk. Because at the end of the day, I have no control over this. Nobody does. Unless you defend yourself. Unless you're the Fed, you have no control over this. The only thing you can do is control yourself. That's it. Now, these are the areas I absolutely dislike getting into. The area where price is decisive is going back and forth. It seems like I got a knack for picking those unfortunate entries. And the times where the price really is running, it's not that I can anticipate them, but I don't have enough time to get in it. And by the time I try to get in, for example, here when it dropped, if I were to get in, I would get in like right here, and unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to capture most of the move, and then it will just return quickly against me, right? So this is what I mean by that. Very nice. That right here, I was anticipating it here, but anyway, like I said, I have no control over it. The only thing I can control is reduce my risk, putting stops here. Yeah. If I had if I had left my additional sell order here, I would have been able to grab it right here. Would have been right on the money. Yep. I'd have get an extra two to go lower. Yeah. Reason why I didn't trust it is because that key level, even though I I know that it will go lower, things can change on the dime. And yeah. So what is my guiding light here is that level. So if I put it on a 5 minute chart, and I will show you exactly why I was feeling that this level. Let's put it in 15 minutes. Be easier to see. There you go. Look at this. Went down lower, reacted, support, close to it as a support, close enough, and press higher, taking this like smart money is just building the selling orders. adding more to sell, adding more to sell, sell, sell short, short, and short. Keep shorting. And then the last hurrah, plunge. Should have grabbed a little bit lower, but that's okay. All these things here is to get you nervous, throw you off your game. I wonder if I should add some more here. Yeah, why not? And guess what? It may go all the way back up. I mean, look at it. Probably here, more than likely here. Yep. Again, like I said, how far up is going to retrace. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes like, wow, you went that much higher, huh? I don't care if you stop me out at this point, you know. So I'm just in my risk. See here. I don't want it to stop me out, and then it keeps going, and then it keeps going lower right after it stopped me out. That's usually what happens. Normally, I should have put my stop here. When I'm anticipating what it's going to do is probably try and go higher and then go lower. It's go high to go low to go high. That's pretty much what the game is. What I'm going to do is completely reduce my risk. So what I'm going to do is put a buy order here. If it drop, I'll take the majority of my orders out. Because what I'm seeing is it went above this. Um, I'm anticipating that it'll probably go higher. It's all about managing your risk, managing what you need, and keep it. So I'd be surprised. It might go a lot lower than that, but I'm not taking that chance. See that? Touch right on it. Watch it go higher. Yep. All right, come on. going higher. Yeah, so once it take my stop out, I'm gonna close this session and call it quit because I won't know what it's gonna do after that. It's gonna be a long day, and I'm not trying to stay around here, watch this damn price action and see what it does. My thing is, it's gonna go. It should go lower and significantly lower, but if it's gonna do all this and go back up, it's gonna go. Look at here, it's gonna go sideways and take a long time. And see, yeah, there you go. Now, right here, if it doesn't just like trade like significantly with a high with a lot of energy, it's gonna be a long day. Look at it. Yeah, all that undecisiveness. Yep, it's 10:21. Yeah. Now at this point, close the trade. Wait until the afternoon session. Trust me, it's gonna be a long day from here. let's bite. Let's bite it a little bit and see what we get. I may get lucky, but I highly doubt it. Like if it's going to reverse and go higher, I need to see like big moves. It needs to show decisively that it wants to go higher. I bet you it won't. I bet you it won't. See, nothing, nothing burger. See what I mean? Nothing. That's how you know you're gonna have a long day. It's nervous. You want to sit around. It's gonna pussyfoot around, waste your time, waste your energy. It's gonna go lower. It's gonna be undecisive. Like, and by the time it goes higher, you missed it. To be honest with you, if it turns around and go higher for the rest of the day, uh, I'll be kind of like surprised. I would anticipate it will go much lower before it goes higher. But hey, Come on, come on with it. But I ain't got time for all that. Mhm. Now, another deficiency as a trader, at least myself, I'm very impatient. Like I'm patient into investing. I'm cool with it. But with all this finicky stuff, I don't have patience for it. It's something I need to work on. Like I don't want to sit around and wait for this thing to go up there. And which is this is bad because at the end of the day, something you need to wait um for price action to do its thing, right? Like, I'll move the stock a lot higher, trying to reduce risk. This is all fear and greed, which is bad for a trader to have, especially if you're a new trader. Yeah, and as you can see, once you move the stop here, pop you out. I mean, I've been profitable for the day today, but it's just yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I this is my signature that it will be a long day. It will be a long day. Actions like this, I it's going back lower for what? I mean, so if I were to go long, I will put a buy order here. Um, but when you go up like this and it's taking a sweet time, if you put a buy order here, it may punch you out and then keep blowing lower. Like you gotta anticipate all the scenarios, right? That's it for me. I'm done trading for the day. It'll be a long day. The next time I will probably come back is probably around 1 p.m. Get back in and then see what it does. And then if I don't see anything, pop going on around 2:15, I'm out. Yeah, that's a long day. You're gonna have to sit around and wait. What what you see here, all this pussyfoot around here, is still gonna be the same thing that happened here. And then every now and then you may have some like a quick action, like here you have a quick action here, and then you have a quick action there. But other than that, it's just gonna pussyfoot around. All right. All right. So, if I don't see you guys again later on this afternoon, I will see you next week. Next week, Wednesday. So yeah, I'll make it a schedule to live stream every Wednesday, and then over time I'll try to see if I can add other days. Talk to you guys later.